Welcome everyone to Karmic Dynasty. I am Joyous Ron. Welcome. I'm here in present day Indianapolis, Indiana, bringing you today information, knowledge, awareness, if you don't already have it, of a great man named Damon T. Berry. I am considering him. I have considered he is a teacher of mine. He is a teacher that I am acknowledging before he becomes an ancestor and or unreachable. As I have addressed the elders, those that are beyond us still, such as Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and Dr. Delbert Blair, et cetera, et cetera. I am taking opportunity to look at our teachers of today. They are here with us, and we grow and learn from them. So more on Damon T. Berry. We're going to look at a Wicca article. He's a filmmaker for starters, and he has a series. There's 8 episodes, and I checked them out over the course of 2 days. As well as doing other things in my life. So, and the videos of his are about an hour each. Now, acknowledging the platforms that I'm streaming to as well. Tribe of 777999, the YouTube channel of Abdiel bin Levi L, as well as the platforms of Siva, Khepra, Ptah. Definitely welcome you all here. Now, how I came about this topic, actually speaking of Khepra Ptah, we were in conversation and preparing for a show, and he mentioned Damon T. Berry. He mentioned the knowledge of the forever time. Yes, the knowledge of the forever time. It's an 8-part series. And what he spoke on it briefly, I was like, wow, real. And I went to check it out. And I went from the first video and I couldn't let it go. A little bit upset. I had things going on in life, like sleeping, taking care of self, eating, and I had to cut the video short. And I actually, though, finished. Now, actually, last night in sharing with someone else, I realized I skipped episode invitation number 4. It's like, well, drag. So I went and checked it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm here to share information about him now. You have the information, you're already aware, familiar. Go ahead and share around here. We're studying. This is a study group atmosphere with Karmic Dynasty right now. That's the phase this platform is in. We're in a study group. So I come out loud to study with all of you and to take in your feedback and concepts. And we just get bigger and bigger and bigger and share and grow. All right, let's go. All right now. And for you all who needs to know, it is dessert time in over here where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time. So I shared this on my video about my Terrence Howard video and my dinner. I didn't get to start my dessert, but here it go. I got hey Cody, y'all get ready and look forward to our cooking show. Definitely coming next week. I project next week, me and Cody in the kitchen doing that thing competition, some healthy competition. Now I have my strawberries here, but I done chopped them up at this point. I have some strawberries. They have what is this? Grenadine, strawberry flavored grenadine with some key lime flavored syrup. So I'm gonna be munching on these as we go. I ate my dinner. I ran around a little bit for a bit preparing for this video, and I'm about prepared, ready to eat my dessert. So I got some video clips I'm going to share with you from Damon T. Berry's YouTube channel. And I need y'all to take notes because no, we're not about to look at 8 episodes around here. I'm bringing you enough to go study for yourself. Find out. And what Damon T. Berry say? Look closer. For us. So check it out. Over here now, Damon T. Berry. He is an American film director, screenwriter, and producer. I'm telling y'all now, disclaimer, because I'm coming to the platform with a few more episodes of some people tonight. This is my disclaimer when it comes to Damon T. Berry. He is the first of his kind. I have spotted some copycats trying to rebrand his perspective and capitalize. We're going to check out more on that later. But anyway, definitely he's the first of his kind. The narration style in his films. Now, his career after finishing college, Berry started his career as a radio broadcaster. Okay, now I can see where the voice comes in at, because he has a great narrative voice. What is this? Yes, hide the menu because you getting on my nerves. Bing. Not today, Bing. According to Berry, it taught him how to think on his feet and how to be creative. He went through different stations, including country, pop, hip hop, and R&B, which I can hear all of that alone in listening to his film, plural, presentations. All right, more on him here. One day, he was working for a San Antonio radio station. There was a man from the U.S. Army who introduced some of his comrades to Berry to understand communications more. That led him to doing commercials for the Army. Okay, so now I can see where he gets his filming background. Again, we're here studying, looking into things together. Welcome to Karmic Dynasty. Thank you for joining us. After doing commercial work, someone offered him a position representing the government where he would give presentations to members of the military about their capabilities with computer software. Okay. And as part of his job, he traveled around the world. All right. I got it. I get it. I see the computer, especially when we talk about satellites and things in his presentations. And one day when he was in Egypt for work, I know that's right. Now I'm seeing more of how his series came about. But while he was in Egypt for work, he took the time to visit the pyramids. After experiencing a powerful transformation of psyche and self, which he does share that experience in part 4, I think it's invitation 4 of his series, The Knowledge of Forever Time. He talked about that. So check that out. Check that out. I remember it's near the end of invitation number 4. So check out his experience and transformation at the pyramids in Egypt. Afterwards, he returned to the United States and began writing. This led him to create the docuseries, The Knowledge of the Forever Time. Again, there's 8 parts of this series. He does have other series that's available for you all to check out and be aware of as well. What's up with this media? Can we get some media on here? How's this work? Computer, how does this work? Okay, guess not. Or not. No. All right, moving forward, let's go over here to his YouTube channel. Damon T. Berry Filmmaker is what it's called. Damon T. The Knowledge. All right, I'm going to pull this up some so y'all can check that out. Make sure y'all subscribe. Did I not subscribe? Okay. Oh, this ain't me. I got to sign in. That ain't me. Okay. I'm about to say, I know I subscribed because I put in my alerts and was watching them, that docuseries and everything else. My bad, y'all. Okay, what are we looking at here? The subscribe button is what we're looking at. Go and subscribe. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right. So watch The Knowledge of the 8. The Knowledge of the 8. I did not watch that. I don't even know or think. Anyway, home.
This year.
I don't do that. Okay. Now he has the greatest knowledge of all. I'm going to check that out. And contact, he has that. The Knowledge of the Forever Time. This is the one where he talked about episode 4. He talked about his experience at the pyramid.
This year.
Okay, this year. And the Prometheus stone. This one right there.
This year, the final episode.
Okay,
This year.
Look what? Computer? You mad I turned off your Bing? Computers got attitudes these days. They got attitudes. I close that down. We're going to start over. But in the meantime, one of the things that he definitely talks about, if you're not familiar, is the Anunnaki. If you're not familiar with the Anunnaki, you'll hear more about it if you are. If not, you're brand new to it, you'll definitely hear about it in his series and on his channel. The Anunnaki, myself, I'm familiar with it, have been for some time now, since definitely the days of when I worked at the IRS, because I had a coworker like teasing me about Inky and Lil. She couldn't get she was working on getting their names together, but she come to me about Inky and Lil. So I'm familiar. I definitely have learned some things from Damon T. Berry, and I appreciate him and his techniques and the methods of his presentations and bringing this information forward. So you go on and check that out for yourself, but you definitely gonna hear about them and the Babylonians and the Sumerians, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, Anunnaki. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna share over there. I'm about to go back over here and look at this YouTube channel. Little glitch over there. Computer man, I got rid of a Bing. Bing was getting in my way. Let's see here. What was I looking at? Forever Time. Anyway, go over there. What I'm gonna do now when I bring this up is share a clip or two from a few of his videos so you can get the feel of his narrative and his style. And we're now also, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was looking at these videos, it took me a little time to locate each of the 8 parts. All right, so prepare to spend some time. I suggest you share, save it in a playlist or something in the event you want to share it. You don't want to send anybody on a goose chase in YouTube for these videos, because I went in Google alone to prepare for this evening, and I clicked on something, and the guy was talking about how the whole presentation was about making pizza. He had a pie crust, pepperoni, cheese, and talking about his oven, but then it was clips of other of scientific clips mixed in there. So I don't know what that's about, but I showed y'all the source of this YouTube channel. And right now we gonna look at some of the clips. We are looking at episode 2. We're looking at an excerpt from episode 2, The Knowledge of the Forever Time. Yep, let's go.
There is a mystery on this earth that is older than mystery itself. A missing moment in our human evolution that has lasted more than 50,000 years. It is a time before time, and a time that will begin and end again. And this time of times is called the end of the earth. The civilizations of the earth are older than we know, and its inhabitants were greater than anything we could ever comprehend. They who were here before us were a strange and superior species. They were called human beings, and they looked just like you and I. They walked and talked like you and I, but they were far more intelligent than we are, and even more humbling. They were better than we are. Their knowledge was greater, and their gods were greater, and under the flesh of their skins, even their hearts were greater than our own. The years of the earth are many, but the days of man on it are few. The civilizations of mankind will always rise and fall, and so too does their knowledge. On the earth, more than 50,000 years ago, a vibrant and thriving civilization lived. And in an instant, life and everyone in it completely vanished.
All right, now what gets me also about this series and how he presents his works, Damon T. Berry presents his works, is that he shares throughout all 8 episodes, I do think that's right, how the cavemen and their writings on the walls, their art, the cave drawings, et cetera, they were able to do so with the concept and knowledge that is given to us that they were. They lacked a lot of knowledge. They were like ignorant, primitive, like we are so much more intelligent than them. And some of the key things that Damon T. Berry points out is like these people, cave people, were not as ignorant as history would tell us so. They're not as primitive and dumbfounded and can't cross the street by themselves as we've been led. Like how our history has just outright lied to us. Like at some point, we wouldn't be putting 2 and 2 together, or 1 and 1, half of one and a half of another one, and then getting together in our groups and sharing and making this puzzle of our beginnings and other questions of life come together. Now, one thing that Damon T. Berry points out, for example, is if these people were so ignorant, if they were so behind in knowledge, like, where did they get this paint from? How did they put together the concept of the art? And the fact that the paint lasts all these years. We got some people today that can't draw a horse or a cattle. And then he also points out clearly how this world will tell us these cave drawings are full of aliens, but at the same time want to deny that UFOs and aliens exist, like they're conspiracy theories. These things aren't real. But in the meantime, I need y'all to check out Damon T. Berry, because he gonna point out to y'all how some of these drawings, they want to force feed us that they are aliens when they're actually not aliens. They're celestial items. And a lot of what he really shares with us is how is the perspective from the stars and the coding that's in these cave drawings. A lot of what we see, they will have you think it's just cattle or stick figures or aliens. And I don't know if I'm going to cover it tonight by scrolling through videos randomly, but either way, Damon T. Berry and his concept, perception of the meaning of the cross. Because we had I did a broadcast earlier, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, covering the ISIS papers and how she shared her interpretation of the cross. It seems that there's a lot of theories on the meaning of the cross. Page 67 in the ISIS papers. Go check that out. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. All right, so, and also, it's just, I'm telling you, Damon T. Berry, the way he presents the meaning of the cross and what people have been worshiping for this length of duration of lifetimes, generations, civilizations, I laughed. It is so funny. It is hilarious, especially in the common day and the use of his parallel of the meaning of the cross. Y'all need to check that out. Check the series out. This man is brilliant. He's brilliant. I've adopted him as a teacher of mine, and I'm going to share a little more right now because I'll share with y'all his intro. He does a lot of repetitive speaking, and he shows like the same images in a great deal over the 8-part series. But you get it or you don't. And then he also relates it to other things and ties it in. So basically, you don't need a lot of pictures and imagery to tell the story. You need to first graduate from what you're looking at now and getting over the concepts that our history has taught us that things are. And they force-fed us imagery before we had a moment to look at something for ourselves and determine and interpret it for self. So y'all continue to check this out with me.
The memory of what was is entirely wiped away, and the earth is completely sterilized and cleansed of all knowledge of what was before. Every trace of mankind and its inhabitants are meticulously eradicated. It is called the E-cycle, and it is more than the cycle of life, and it is in fact the cycle of the earth. Mankind has walked this earth for more than 400 million years. And when we walked, talked, and breathed this beautiful plane of existence, we were all ultimately wiped out. In time, a new earth would begin, and a new life of mankind would again flourish. And in this new time of earth, there were lords, gods, and Christs, and the hearts of the children of men were beautiful and free. However, the dark days of the end would once again return, and the life of all mankind would utterly and perfectly be wiped out. There have been more than 30,000 versions of this earth, all beginning and ending in 5 to 10,000 year increments. Thousands of human civilizations rising, dying, and then rising again, only to die again. A cycle of life and death where the earth is ever changing and yet staying exactly the same.
I'm gonna move forward a little bit, y'all.
You think you know this story, and you're sure you have heard it all before. A story of cavemen and cavewomen writing on the walls of an ancient cave. An unsophisticated portrait of their daily life, and a life that is not very interesting at all. And yet, it is history. Prehistoric history. However, I caution you, because all that you know of history no longer exists, because that history never was. There is all that you know of history. Prehistoric history.
All right, this is one of my points right here. What's this, y'all? What's this? What do y'all say this a picture of? Now, I know y'all got some opinions if the primitive, ignorant ass, backwards ass people from long time ago, Neanderthal, that he just talked about, can draw this. I know our intelligent asses has opinions on what this is. I know we do. Now, as y'all get that rolling and sharing, honestly, I was like, as Damon T. Berry was presenting it, what you mean that's not aliens? Not questioning it, but questioning it in my head, like quietly in my back, like my training, my school learnings, my overall knowledge perspective of aliens and UFOs. And he was just steady going along and actually pointing out, showing you what this is. And an alien is what is not. Is what is not. And I was just like, wow. This is very interesting. I need y'all to check him out. He ain't playing. He ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. I rewinded it myself.
At the end of the world. They knew that they who came to end the earth would afterward cleanse it of every record of mankind, leaving no trace of anything that survived or anything that was human. These who survived ran into caves and took refuge there for as long as they could. And what they did after was the greatest and most beautiful thing any human being has ever done for another. They began painting. They recreated anything and everything they could to warn us about what happens when the earth dies. They did this knowing.
They did this knowing that Michael Phoenix, no, it's not an owl. It's not an owl. I appreciate your participation. I get the owl concept. I do. I saw that, and Damon T. Berry did address the owl perspective. It's not an owl. When you watch this series, because Michael Phoenix, I know you up on some things. But in regards to your answer, I would say you've not seen this. Now, say that you watch this. Anybody that watch, let me know what y'all think about his perspective of what it is, actually is. I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
That the earth would be scoured of any trace of mankind. But these brave survivors created a hidden SOS message that could hide in plain sight, an ingenious communication, and every new earth and every new human being would see. Today we call this creation a cave painting, and its name is consistently associated with savagery and ancient diminished capacity. We see these cave paintings of horses, cows, hunters, aliens, and strange symbols of all sorts as some kind of fantasy by the prehistoric simpleton. We see it as a caveman fantasy or a slice of life depicting hunting and predation as they knew it. Our view of these cave paintings indicates that their final messages have completely escaped all eyes undetected, both enemy and friendly.
of enemy and friendly. Also, when it comes to those hands, oh, check him out. Check him out. All right, y'all. Now, this is my introduction to you all of Damon T. Berry. If you're not yet familiar, check out his YouTube channel. Go watch more on his series and his other works, of course. I am leaving you all. We keeping it brief around here right now because that man, I'm not here to irritate or cause conflict to his message. Great message. Y'all check him out. Karmic Dynasty, I love y'all.